Hey guys, now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/UltraMaximusReviews. In association with nerdaddiction.com.
Oh, hey, it's a monkey bot.
That gorilla actually just shit out a truck.
I am Optimus Prime.
What just happened here?
You suck. Cybertron Weekly is your central hub for everything Transformers. Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with another Transformers review, and today we're taking a look at a Transformers subscription service 5.0 series, and it's a brown box. Actually, it's the HAS 25424 or the Double Pretender set. I mean, if you've never seen a set from the subscription service, it's a brown box. There's absolutely no detail anywhere on the box. It's just a brown box. I'm going to open said box so that we can see what is inside. And here it is. And ta-da! Ta-da! There it is. These are the figures that we are going to take a look at. It's the Optimus Prime and Megatron Double Pretender set. Now, if you don't know what this is, they've went and this was a BotCon set initially. Well, the Prime was. I think it was Oil Master was the original. The Double Pretenders never came out in the U.S. There was a prototype for the Gorilla. There was also a Spider, was the Decepticon. And there were two color variations of the Gorilla. It was the black one, which I believe Oil Master was the paint scheme they used. And then this red and brown one, which is what they used for Optimus Prime here, which is very cool. And then the Megatron, this is actually a encore, I guess you could say, of the Fortress Maximus Headmaster. So this is the first time we've seen the Headmaster shell for Fortress Maximus's Headmaster since G1. And I think that was a Japanese, I think it wasn't actually Fortress Maximus, I think it was Grand Maximus that they called him over there. And his head actually fits in this shell, which is very cool, but they've repainted it, retooled it for Megatron. They gave him a G1 Megatron color scheme, which is pretty awesome. Now today we're going to take a look at Optimus Prime. So let's go ahead and get him out of the box and see what we think. So here we have Optimus Prime out of the packaging, and I gotta say, I love the Pretender shell. Which is primarily why I got this figure set. I really wanted the, was it Oil Pan or Oil Slick? I think it was Oil Pan. The first time we saw this mold from the BotCon set, and I fell in love. I thought it was a great idea to use the, old G1 Pretender prototype that we never saw, and again, they used an alternate paint scheme on the first one. This was the other paint scheme, so it's really cool to see that, and to be honest, I like this paint scheme better. It looks Autobot, which I suppose is why they did it. It also kind of reminds me of the Air Attack Optimus Primal, which kind of lends it to the Beast Wars kind of era, which is pretty cool. I probably wouldn't have minded an optimal Optimus color scheme. I think that would have been nice, but I'm really glad they went with the primary colors to the original prototype back in the 80s. Now, this Optimus comes with a couple guns. He's got the smaller gun for the little Optimus figure inside, and then he's got the larger gun for the monkey shell, which is very reminiscent of the Optimus Prime cannon, which is pretty cool. And then he's got his little card, and then the instructions on how to transform, and it's got the little bio. Here's the technical readouts. If you want to pause and read that, you're more than welcome to. And there is the bio. If you want to pause and read that, you are more than welcome to. And then there's the artwork looking all kinds of cool. Definitely digging that. Optimus Prime and High Q. So the way this works is that his backpack back here contains the double Pretender set, the two smaller figures. So I'm just going to open this up. Now, here's the problem. High-Q tends to want to fall out. He does not stick in the back of the Pretender shell very well, and I've noticed some other reviewers having the same problem. And then Optimus himself kind of sits up in here. He's basically in his truck mode, broke apart a little bit, and he sits up inside. High-Q is supposed to have the little gun piece right here. That is supposed to mount right there, but that peg is just a little bit too big for that to work, and he comes loose very easily. Which I don't really mind too much. It holds it, I mean, it's in the shell piece there, and then of course that closes down, and we've got the monkey right here, which is very cool. Now, articulation on this is kind of limited. His head turns back and forth, and his arms move up and down, and that's it. That's all he does. Which is more articulation than the original Pretenders had. So take a look at the smaller figures here. Here we have High-Q. I'm going to put his little piece down. We flip it up like that. There he is in his little jet mode, looking all kinds of cool. Liking that. I guess it's a drone mode. To transform him into his robot mode, you basically just do that. And I gotta say, I like the paint scheme on him. I think it's very reminiscent of the G1. Like the little two blue dots on his chest there, very, very cool. Of course, he was a Power Master in the original series, not a Target Master, but hey, it works. And then Optimus here, he's kind of busted down a little. Let's see if we can get his truck mode back into place here. Come on, buddy. There we go. All right, so, whoa, nope. There we go. So there's his truck mode. I think he's a repaint of Tailgate, the Legends Tailgate figure, but he's got that G2 Optimus Prime deco, which is really, really nice. Definitely dig the black and the red and the blue. That looks really cool. The grill's nice. We got the paint, the yellow turn signals, yellow fog lamps look really nice. We get silver paint on the windshield and on the rims, which is very cool. Would have been nice if they put some tail lights back there, but nah, is what it is. And you basically have an Optimus underneath. Let's see if we can transform this guy really quick. I've never actually transformed him, so this is the first time I've done this. We'll see if I get this right. His legs are going to lift down like that. And then I believe, all right, figured it out here. Had to take a closer look. There's a double hinge right here. So this is going to go down and back like that. And then that's going to form Optimus Prime. And yeah, I like the paint scheme. I think it looks pretty good. It's nice. It's rich. It's very bright. Definitely digging that. And he kind of looks like Wind Charger a little bit, which is kind of fun. So taking a closer look at the Pretender shell itself, I really like the sculpt. I like the snarl on the monkey's face. The paint is pretty good. I like the gold paint. He's got the nice green eyes, the white teeth, the red armor. I like the gold piece on his armor plate there. He's got these shoulder pads with kind of the holes in it, which is kind of nice. I like the gray paint, kind of like a backpack, the straps on a backpack, on his backpack, which is kind of cool, kind of fun. Definitely digging that. But overall, I am digging it. It looks good. It looks like it did in the pictures. The sculpt on the fur is fun. It just looks like a gnarly 80s animal mutant thing, and it's great. I have nothing bad to say about it. So taking a look at the midsection of the figure, again, love the sculpt of the fur. The chest is nice. It's got the gold. It's got kind of the brown. Goes down into the waist. All the armor bits look really good. He's got kind of this brownish paint on the armor on the forearms. We get some gray bits. A darker gray that's a different color than the fur, which is nice, and we get some gold paint apps on the back along with some more gray paint apps, which is very cool. There's a couple spots that you can store the weapons on the back, which is very, very cool. I mean, they did a good job in the sculpt work on it. The armor on the legs looks nice. down around his waist there. Everything looks really good, and it just screams 80s toy. I love the fact that his gun kind of resembles the one Optimus Prime had in the G1 series. And finally, take a look at the legs of the figure and his hands, because he's a gorilla and his arms go down low. I like the fact he can hold 5mm pegs. That's nice. The sculpt on the armor on the knees looks good. We get some gray bolts on the side. He's got these gray toes on the boots. So very mechanical looking feet, which is very, very good. I mean, he looks like a big old gorilla that's in an armor setup, which is very cool. Just like I said, it looks something from the 80s, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or something to that kind of nature, which, I mean, that's what it was at the time, and it works well. It stands well, and it's got more posability than the Pretender shells had in the 80s. So taking a closer look at Optimus Prime himself, again, I love the paint. It's very vibrant, it's very nice, very thick and heavy. I like the light blues. The Autobot logo looks nice. I like the head sculpt. He kind of has this Wind Charger kind of look, because I think it's a redeco of that Legends figure. Love the fact that they're silver on the wheels. I think that's nice. The flame job on the back looks really cool. It contrasts with the black really, really nice. It's got that G2 Hero Prime look that I really do dig. His arms are pretty much black, but he's got those nice deep blue hands, which is very cool. And then we get the gray and then the black waist there. All in all, a nice looking little Prime. And then taking a look at the legs of the figure, they're pretty much white. His boots are black. He does have the nice blue toes on the feet, which is very cool. Again, the silver paint apps on the wheels, very nice. We also have some blue on his shins there, looking all kinds of cool. Definitely digging that. It's got the black gun. It doesn't look much like Optimus's gun, but it works. A gun's a gun, I suppose. Now, the back of the legs are hollow, but that's for transformation, so that's pretty forgivable. It stands pretty well. I don't have a problem with it wobbling over or anything, so that's definitely very good, and, you know, that's what feet are supposed to do. And finally, taking a look at Haikyuu. We've seen this drone before, Target Master, but the paint apps, very nice. I love that really heavy white. I like the little blue dots on his chest. His face is painted. That red is nice and heavy. He's got the black feet. He looks like Haikyuu from Generation 1, at least the paint scheme, which I definitely dig, but instead of on an engine, he is now mounted onto a little gray drone, which that works. I mean, the engine was a gray color, so, you know, kind of nice, kind of cool, something different. At least it's the little Micromaster type of character to go with Optimus, which I'm definitely digging, but I like him a lot more than I thought I was going to. For comparison, here we have the double Pretender Optimus Prime with the Titans Return Deluxe Class Hot Rod, and yeah, it's kind of a line down the middle there on size and height. He's definitely a tiny little Optimus, but that Pretender shell is huge, and it's definitely the reason I got this set. So is the Transformers subscription series Double Pretender Optimus Prime something that you want in your Transformers collection? Well, if you're a fair weather Transformers fan, this is a super pass. But if you like the specialty figures, I think this is something that you're going to like. The price for this figure set is pretty good right now. At the time of the recording, Big Bad Toy Store did have it on sale along with the Megatron figure set for just over $125, I think, which is a good price because if you buy them separately, you're going to spend about $200 for both sets. The big thing is getting this double Pretender shell that we never got in G1, so very cool. Now the shell is actually marked from Fun Publications. It doesn't have a Hasbro or Takara on there. They did it specifically for BotCon initially. They've repainted it for this set. Personally, I think this paint job looks a lot better than the original, although the original one was a variation of the paint scheme that we saw pictures of from the 80s. We get a G2 Hero paint style Optimus in a Legend form to fit back in there, and then we get a G1 color schemed Haikyuu in a new jet mode. Overall, I'm happy with this set. I like specialty sets. I love the Pretender shell, and the fact that we finally got the double Pretenders that we never had back in the 80s, I think is pretty darn cool. If you like monkey bots, I think this is one to get. It would not surprise me if we get another repaint with this guy in an Optimus Primal color scheme. Mark my words, it's coming at some point. So there it is, the Transformers subscription service, Double Pretender, Optimus Prime.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, like us on Facebook, and look for more videos in the future.